Hi, I'm Pam Horn, author of The Power in Your Fingertips, an EFT tapping handbook for moms, where you can calm the chaos and lower your stress in 15 minutes or less. Today I want to talk to you about Emotional Freedom Technique, which is also known as EFT or tapping. What it is a self-applied acupressure technique that is based on the ancient wisdom of the acupuncture points that have been used in Eastern medicine for thousands of years. Tapping is clinically proven to calm your nervous system stress response, which can and does get triggered by current situations, by past memories, and by thoughts and worries about future events. So I want to talk about the importance of making sure that you are hitting the actual tapping points, because in order for it to be clinically proven to be effective, there had to be studies. And they did use studies using placebo points, and the placebo points were not effective. So I want to make sure that you get the right points, because it's pretty important. That's what makes it effective. So I'm going to first start talking about the eye points. There's 3 points based around your eye, and they are all right along the edge of that orbital socket, or your eye socket bone. That is, if I had a skull, I would show you, but it's right along the edge of the bone. It's not up here on the forehead, it's not out here on the temple, it's not down here in the cheekbone, or on the fatty part of the cheek, pardon me. It's on the edge of the eye socket bone. So the eyebrow point is right where the eyebrow starts, right between the eyebrow and the start of your nose, right in there. And you just tap right along in there. Be careful to not get into the soft tissue of your eye, because that could be pretty dangerous. Again, on this one, you're probably only going to hit it with 1 finger, just because that's all that it takes. But if you want to do it sideways so that you're using 2 fingers, that's fine. The point is just to stimulate that pressure point. So 1 finger is fine there. This one I'm going to bend forward just so you can see there where I'm hitting on the bone there. I'm not up here in this soft tissue. I'm not down here in this soft tissue. Right there on the bone. Under the nose point is halfway between the bottom of the nose and the top of the lip. And usually I kind of flatten my hand out so I make like a mustache. I'll just turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Just hitting right along the center there. And then the chin point, which is not on the point of the chin, but actually in the indent of the chin, halfway between your lower lip and the point of the chin. And again, I'll just turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing there. Just right in there. And then the collarbone point. In the book, I talk about it being 2 finger widths down and 2 finger widths out from these little knobby things. If you find that horseshoe shape where the breastbone joins up to the neck there, and then you feel those little knobby things on either side. If you go about 2 finger widths down and 2 finger widths out, you feel where it starts to go into a depression there. It comes off the bone and down into a little bit of a softer point, or indented point there. That's the point that you're tapping on. A lot of times I just make a flat fist so I know that I'm hitting, if I'm touching up to the collarbone and down to here, I'm getting the point. I can do either side of this. You can do either side of your head too, it doesn't matter. And then the underarm point is right along the bra strap, about a hand width down, a little more than a hand width down from your armpit here, and just right between, in the middle of your rib cage, from your back to your front, right along in there, kind of right along the center line of your body if you were to go down the side, and you just tap in there. I like to do kind of like the hug, like this. Some people will do the monkey pose. I find this one a little bit more uncomfortable, although I will do it sometimes because it does give a nice stretch across the back when you're doing it this way. So you get 2 for 1. You get tapping and you get stretching. And then the top of the head point is just the top of your head, right in the center there. It's not, again, not down on the sides, not down here, back here. It's just right up there on the center, and you can tap. Some people like to tap around to make sure that they're getting it. Some people like to just do right in the center. I often will flatten my hand out just because I get, cramped up from making a claw like this sometimes. So just right along the top of the head there. So that's the sequence that I usually follow. I start with the eyebrow, go to the outside of the eye, the under eye, The under nose, the chin point, the collarbone point, the underarm point, and then the top of the head. If you're following along with me, that's probably the habit that you will get into too, just because that's the way that I learned to do it. And that's the way that you'll learn to do it too. So now that I've showed you the points, I invite you to dig in and follow along with the scripts in the book. They are there to support you. This is Pam Horn. Here's to you calming the chaos and taking control of your stress response today.